Good morning. Happy Friday. Just watched a video by GED Jack, also known as Texas Sheepdog, also known by the Army as Fatty. Put out a video, a hard-hitting investigative journalism piece, where he goes in depth. He does a deep dive into the seedy underbelly of the San Antonio Police Department. He exposes their corruption and their tyranny with a parking violation. Yes, kids, you heard it here. The San Antonio PD parked in a manner that Jack didn't find acceptable. So bad that he wouldn't even give him a traffic ticket if he was on patrol. Thank God Jack isn't on patrol. He would have arrested him. Second-degree misdemeanor, baby. Obstructing a highway or other passageway. Yeah. Fucking retarded. Fucking retarded. He claims it's a 3-lane, one-way street. I will accept his statement. I couldn't see any lane markings, but whatever. He shows a horseless carriage. He's, of course, edited for time, kids, don't you know? He shows a horseless carriage twice, making a left-hand turn onto that street, swinging into the center lane, if in fact there are lanes, passing the police vehicle with no issues. He shows a slight trickle of cars passing by. It's not a busy road by any stretch of the imagination. But then he goes in and he complains to the officer behind the desk that he's been filming for 30 minutes and twice, not once, but twice, he's seen cars have to merge over and they honked when they did it. Oh my God, the humanity. Thank God we got GED Jack keeping law enforcement on their toes, exposing the corruption. He's in there, he's bragging. He's just crowing and strutting about he's responsible for having dedicated police parking the next block down. Ooh, Jack, I hope they put up a memorial to you, sir, a bronze plaque there stating how you were responsible for dedicated police parking. This guy's a fucking idiot. His fans are lapping up, watching him mischaracterize a parking violation as a Class B misdemeanor. It amazes me how Jack was always a jailer. Always the bridesmaid, never the bride. Am I right, Jack? Fucking idiot. Meanwhile, there's actual corruption, actual tyranny going on in the Leon Valley area. I don't know if anybody remembers the interaction where Padilla was, I think, at a tax assessor's office in San Antonio. They got tired of him. They called the police. Parientes Vela showed up. A tiny woman with a painted face and crazy eyebrows. She is the elected constable. She is the head of that Precinct 2 constabulary. She shows up with her lieutenant, and they were so incompetent that a million things they could have arrested Padilla for, but they chose to arrest him for the one thing you can't fucking do. They arrested him for failure to ID. Fucking genius. Incompetence. About as incompetent as Jack is. Anyway, there's a crash. Leon Valley responded to it. I'm not very knowledgeable of police procedures, but my understanding from the story anyway is that the first officer on the scene has authority over the scene. It's their scene. And I'm not really sure how San Antonio works. They've got the Bexar County Sheriff's Department. They had Leon Valley Police there, so it must have been in Leon Valley. And somehow you had the Precinct 2 constables show up. And the Precinct 2 constables fucked it right up. They actually violated someone's rights, Jack. So here's the difference. Here's the difference between real journalists and you. KSAT, I think, have this up on their website. This Parientes Vela did an illegal, warrantless blood draw. She also was demanding cavity searches of a gal involved in the crash. Cavity searches and a blood draw. There's no exigent circumstances. You need a warrant for a blood draw. It's not like the person's going anywhere. They're under arrest already. You go, you get your warrant, you get your piece of paper, you come back, and you get the blood. But that wasn't good enough for Parientes Vela because she is unfit to be an officer. She is absolutely unfit to be an officer. She's like you, Jack. She is unfit to be a police officer. Anyway, thank God we have real journalists out there gathering real content for real stories, exposing real tyranny in that area. Tyranny that doesn't involve parking violations. For fuck's sake, Jack. Here's the problem with your position, Jack. Reasonable minds can differ on whether or not that cop should be parked there. Supervisors have to go out on calls. Big scenes, big things. They have to get there and get there fast. Maybe that's why he's parked there and not in your designated police parking, Jack. And as long as reasonable minds can reasonably differ on it, you're going to be the losing end of that argument, Jack. Because you're not reasonable and you're fucking stupid. Thanks for watching. Have a wonderful weekend.